Hello and welcome to GBUS 10 online. We are doing our introduction live stream right now, and I will wait until some more people log on before starting this. So if you are watching this on replay and it's archived on our site, then you may see a little 2-minute delay, but don't worry, we are here. Hey everybody, my name is Professor Nick Carbonaro here at Long Beach City College. You can find me at nickcarbonaro.com, on Twitter at njcarbonaro, and on this YouTube page at Professor Nick Carbonaro, youtube.com/Professor Nick Carbonaro. And so what we're doing here today is our GBUS 10 Personal Financial Management 33237 online 16-week online semester. And what I just want to go through today is going through the syllabus. I've already uploaded the syllabus for you, so you should have read it by now. Some of you have already started assignments and started completing assignments. That's awesome. For the introduction part, there's no assignments due this week. So I just want to go over everything for you so that the next 16 weeks is seamless, it's smooth, and it's everything you hope for it to be. So as of right now, we got five people watching right now. So we'll give it a little bit more time, let people go, let people come in. When we get to about 10:15, I will start doing it. But as you wait, if you're following along with me, you can go to my the comments section. If you have any questions, you could type them into the comments section under the live chat. I'll see those questions. It may be on a little delay as they come in, but I will do my best to answer them. And if it's general questions, we're probably going to answer them all in here, and then maybe at the end you could ask whatever you need to ask for. But most likely they're all going to be answered by the time we come in. So we got 6 now. All right, perfect. We're motoring along right now. All right, so I'm going to get started. So as I know we only have 6, but as you can see, I'm not going to wait and take forever. You guys have a life. I got a life as well. So go to, if you're following along, go to lbcc.instructure.com, lbcc.instructure.com, and I will show that to you in just 1 second right up here. And let me... You can see this is what you should see. Up here, you can see lbcc.instructure.com, and for you, you'll probably have all your classes loaded up. And then for me, I have all my classes. However, I'm going to go to the student view. It's your view, so it's nothing that you can do for this. This is all me. But I'm going on the student view to show you exactly what you should see on your end, right? So this is exactly what you see on your end. We're going to go through everything real quick. But and like I said, as you follow along with me today, please chat in your questions. If you don't have any questions at the very end, just say great, thanks, whatever it is. So let's get started. So the first thing you should do once you log in to lbcc.instructure.com and you click on our course, GBUS 10 Personal Financial Management 33237, you'll see on the left-hand side, this is our home page right here. It has a little calendar. It shows you course assignments are not weighted because we go straight points. You'll have your home page. This is your home page. Gives you all my contact information, my email, my phone number. Please don't call me unless you absolutely need to. It's just that I'm not in the office all the time. T2352. My Twitter's at njcarbonaro. You could tweet me, direct message me there. I had a student today, couldn't find the class because they posted the wrong class. I didn't get the email, but I got the tweet because I had my phone on me. So you could tweet me. You could go to my YouTube, leave a comment, anything like that. Make sure to follow along. Make sure to subscribe to my channel. You also have access to my playlist, which shows personal financial management playlist. So anything you need help with, I'll gladly make a video if it helps you out. And I'll add my office hours on there. I know we're an online class, but if you want to come and visit me in my office, it's Monday, Wednesday from 12:45 to 2:45. However, every Monday at 2 p.m., I do a live stream YouTube. So just like we're doing right now, I do every Monday to kind of recap my classes, get us ready to go for the next week. And if anybody has any questions, comments, or concerns, they could do them that on Monday at 2 p.m. rather than having to come to my office hours. So as you can see here, the course summary, I show you everything that's due for the rest of the semester, when it's due. It's due by 11:59 p.m. Follow these dates, right? Follow the course Canvas dates, right? And Canvas and Instructure, they're the same exact thing. So follow these course Canvas dates right here that we have. You see final exams in there. The midterm is right there, halfway through the semester. It's due right before we go on spring break. So the first half is wrapped up right before spring break. Second half's wrapped up after spring break. So it's a nice, even amount for this class. You have your home, you have your modules, which we'll show in a second. You have your announcements. So any announcements in this class, you click on the announcements. I've had 2 announcements so far. Go to your modules, or you go to your grades, and then this purchase. Let me go back to the home page. The purchase course materials. Some of you have emailed me and say, hey, the textbook's a lot of money. Yeah, if you click this link, that takes you to the bookstore. That's part of Long Beach City College. I have to put that on there just because some of you may actually get your books from the bookstore. So if you're like on a GI Bill, they take the voucher over there rather than having to take rather having to go through the book publisher. However, for those that don't go to the bookstore to get our books, I've worked out a deal with the publisher to get the books from the publisher themselves. It is the cheapest price you'll find. We do not rent textbooks in this class. It is an access code plus your textbook. If you just get the access code, you won't have access to the text. If you just get the text, you won't have access to the access code, which allows you to do the assignments, However, I'm going to show you a way where you could get the assignments for the first 2 weeks of the class for free. So if you're struggling for money right now, we're in a personal finance class. Hopefully in 2 weeks, you'll be able to afford the book. However, some of you just may not want to pay for it right now. You get paid in a couple weeks. So you have that option for an easier access. So we'll show you all that later on in the semester. And that's why I put all those links up a couple weeks ago so that you were able to prepare, right? What you'll learn in personal finance is preparation. So you have your grades there. You can check your grades, and then you have your announcements, right? And so let's click on modules. It says right here, click on modules on the left tab to access weekly assignments. So if you want to know where your class is going, what's going on in this course, you click on modules. And mind you, this is the student view. So this is exactly what you're seeing on your end if you're doing this, if you're following along on your end. So if you go to modules, we had this whole section. Read this section before starting the course. The pre-class setup checklist, complete before spring semester begins. The pay later option with Cengage, Mindtap, and Text. So I've already discussed it a little bit. And then important deadlines. However, hopefully you've read all this type of stuff, and all this stuff is down here. So let's go through the syllabus. So before we do that, any questions? If there's any questions, please type them in. But is the technical stuff okay? Like, can you hear me? Do I need to speak louder? Do I need to speak slower? Is everything good? If there is and somebody is logged in, can you just throw a little okay or we're doing good before I move on, because some of you may have it but you're not logged in. So please let me know. Are we okay? And if I don't hear anything within the next like 30 seconds, I'm just gonna keep going. Awesome. Thank you, Brianna Burden. I appreciate that. and welcome to the class. Welcome to the class. Sorry, I keep looking on to my right side, maybe your left because of the cameras on the other way. So let's click on the syllabus. Everything's going great on this end. Thank you for checking. Jordan Boone, everything is good. Ariana Jackson, awesome. Glad you guys are here, and we will get through this short and sweet. So if we look at the syllabus, hopefully you've all read the syllabus so far. Very self-explanatory. Very self-explanatory. We could open up this syllabus, and as you can see here, it says, and let me zoom in real quick so you guys can all see this. Shows you my office, shows you my phone number, shows you my office hours, even has a link to go to the YouTube channel, but you're all in the YouTube channel, so you all know where that's at. Our text, everything like that. Online courses designed to equip students with financial literacy. So basically what we're doing in this class is not a get-rich-quick scheme or top 10 tips to make yourself a millionaire. None of that. It's all about wealth management. It's all about whatever your financial goals are. Maybe you're saving for college. Maybe you're paying off debt. Maybe you want to start investing. Maybe you have kids and you just want to get extra income so you could support their goals and their ambitions a little bit more. Maybe college, sports, dance, art, whatever it is, right? Whatever your financial goals are, we're going to help satisfy that. And what's great about this class is that the moment you start this class, you can start applying the stuff yesterday, right? You can start applying that stuff right now so that you're able to be more financially dependent. Maybe you're living on your own for the first time and you're like, oh my gosh, these expenses are piling up, and how do I manage this? And it is. It's hard work, right? This class doesn't have a lot of hard concepts behind it. It's personal finance, and you may be, oh my gosh, finance, I'm not a financial person. If you know how to do 2 + 2 = 4, you can do finance. It's not that difficult. What it does do is it takes dedication, it takes hard work. There's 2 ways to make money. Make more or spend less, right? You can either make more money or spend less money. And making more money, that's up to you. It's harder to do than spending less. You control spending less. So it's hard. It's not fun spending less, but you got to do what you got to do to survive. And so that's what we're going to be doing in this class. We're going to differentiate between short and long-term goals, calculate the cost of credit, so the time value of money, meaning you put $1 today, it's worth more than $1 tomorrow. That concept we'll talk about later on in this semester. We're going to be talking about when you borrow money, how much money, when you borrow and you're investing, what that interest rate is, right? How that interest rate affects you, whether positively or negatively. We're going to evaluate various investment products and strategies. So we'll be going over stocks, bonds, mutual funds, real estate, retirement plans, all those different types of things. And then really this is what the core of the class is. Assessing lifelong impact financial decisions may have on individuals, families, and society. Finance affects everybody, no matter what it is, right? You always hear that saying, money can't buy happiness. Well, money can buy things, and things can make you happy and more secure. And I'm not saying that money's the root. I'm not saying that money is the end all be all for everybody. However, what I'm saying is that for me personally, I would rather have the problem of having too much money and having to determine how to fix that situation than worrying about food for my kid the next day, right? I got 2 little ones at home, 4 and 2 years old. If I can make them as secure as possible, if I could leave them with money after I pass away, and if I could secure them, that's my goal, right? Does that take time? Does that take money? Does that take effort? Absolutely, right? But my goal isn't to become a multimillionaire. Would I love it? Yeah, absolutely. Who wouldn't love that? However, your goal is different things, right? I'm teaching. I have different financial goals than maybe some of you out there. So no matter what your goal is, right? I'm not going to discourage you if you're in this class and you want to make buttloads of money. Great. More power to you. I 100% will support you in that. But if you want to pay off debt, or if you just want to save for a car, or you want to save for a home, or you want to save for a travel this summer, maybe you're graduating from Long Beach City College or Cal State Long Beach and you're going to travel this summer. Great. Whatever your financial goals are, we're going to help take care of that. Special accommodations, I've already gotten some emails from you. So just remember, go through the school, go through the DSPS system. Don't just send me an email. I need to have documentation of it through DSPS if there are personal accommodations. However, with the online environment, all the assignments are due at the end of the week. So they're not weekly assignments. You don't have to, there's never going to be a mandatory, hey, we all have to come in and chat online like we're doing right now. This isn't even mandatory. I'm just throwing it out there for you. Academic integrity, don't cheat. Very hard to cheat in this class since it's all online, and I set up parameters to help you with that. Attendance policy, it's imperative that all students submit introductions. So that is only this week. That's the only assignment you have this week, is to submit an introduction to yourself, right? Pretty simple. If you don't submit the introduction, I'm going to drop you on Monday, right? And you may say, oh my gosh, Mr. C, that's unfair. No, it's the law. We have to do it if there's inactivity on the very first day of class, and the first day of class for us ends on Sunday at 11:59 p.m. So if there's no introduction, I'm dropping you from the class. Late assignment, there's no late assignments. This class builds upon each other. If you start getting behind, you're going to get behind, so we don't have any late assignments. Grading system's pretty straightforward. 2 exams at 150 points each, 300 points total. Assignments, each week you'll have an assignment, 15 at 30 points each. Branching exercises, 15 at 10 points each. And then discussion boards. You have the 6-point discussion board, which is due this Sunday, the only assignment this week, plus your 10-point intro, right? Plus your 10-point introduction, which gets you 100 points up. 6 times, it's roughly the same. Maybe my calculations is off there, huh? Oh no, 6 times 15, sorry, 6 points for the weekly ones, plus your 10-point intro. It's worth 10 points. I got those numbers flipped around. Equals the 100 total points. So 1,000 total points, and it's just a straight grading curve. 895 is an A, 795 to 894 is a B, so on and so forth. Super simple. Exams, 2 midterms, 1 at week 8, 1 on the final. Assignments, you'll be assigned a homework assignment. Well, I'll show you how to access that in a second. Branching exercises, again, the same thing. I'll show you what it looks like. Discussion boards, on our Canvas page, there will be a discussion board assignment each week. You have to answer it for 3 points, respond to another student for 3 points. Total 6 points, right? You post an original thought, you respond to somebody. However, the introduction for this week is just you responding. There's no reply back. It's just a, hey, I'm here. You answer the couple questions that we have in there, and you call it a day. And that's that for the syllabus. Before we go and navigate the website, does anybody have any questions? And if you do, just keep chatting them in there. All right. So if you haven't done so already, and let me zoom this in so we could actually see it a little bit better on YouTube. We went through the syllabus. The next one says purchase textbook here for cheapest price. So you click on that link, and I'm just going to say open link in new tab. You see here, boom, right here, $95. That's everything. That is a textbook. That is a digital textbook. That is your access code. That is everything. Some of you may say, oh my gosh, I found another book somewhere else. Okay, but you don't have the access code. And if you try to buy the two separately, you're going to pay more money than that $95. That is the fastest, that is the best way to buy the product. I don't get any commission off this. It's nothing like that. It's me being a personal finance instructor, negotiating with the publisher, them making me my own little separate website for Long Beach City College, and getting the textbook at a much discounted rate compared to the bookstore, right? I believe that's $95. If we go over here and click on purchase course materials, and we say you have to sign in and do everything like that. Let's see what it is. I don't want to sign in, but it's close to $160 something or $150 something, everything like that. I don't want to go through that whole thing right there. Wait, why does it say GBUS 10? Because this class is GBUS 10. Why does it say GBUS 10? Are you in the wrong class? Because this is a GBUS 10 personal finance. I believe that's what I'm doing the thing on. Nobody's corrected me ever since then. But yeah, this class is for GBUS 10. That's personal finance GBUS 10. If you are in my GBUS 25 class, that one starts at 7. So I'm going to be doing a back-to-back live stream at 7. So you may be coming in a little early. But you purchase textbook for the cheapest price right there. You just go through the process, buy the textbook for the cheapest price. Great. How to set up Mindtap. There's a whole thing on how to set up Mindtap here. I have the download instructions. I'm not going to walk you through that entire thing because I'm going to show it to you right now. I'm going to show you how to do it right now. So if we go back to our modules. Oh, and then I have other links. So that one takes you to my website. That one takes you to my YouTube page. And that one takes you to the live stream channel. So if you ever you need to see what it is, I may do scheduled live streams, but most of the time, just like today, you may have just logged into your Canvas and then clicked on that, and it would have taken you directly to that. You should have the free access. I will show you where to go for that because we are going to be doing that right now. So that is the next thing that I'm going to be doing. So here's where you'll find your complete textbook. Now, if you look down, these are locked until next week, so it will unlock on February 12th. However, you'll see Chapter 1 discussion, branching problem. When these unlock, you can just click on it and go right to the problem. You don't need to go to the big textbook right here, right? However, like I have the link to the textbook reading, I have a link to the branching problems, I have a link to the assignments. For here, you could go straight to the complete homepage of Mindtap, which is the complete homepage for Mindtap. Will have like video reviews, practice tests. That's like your whole bundle. I give you direct links for the chapters themselves, so you don't need to always go to here. But we're going to go there right from the beginning to show you how to get there. So let me click on that. And hopefully there's the free trial still. So right here, it'll say welcome to Cengage. So there's a couple things you have to do first. Number one, if you already have a Cengage account, because like you said, Brianna, you said, I have used Cengage for another course. Yeah, Karina, don't worry about that. Just come back in half an hour. I'm going to end it, and then I'm going to restart it as social media. I wasn't provided the option for the free trial. I've used Cengage for another course with that by any. It shouldn't affect you because it's a completely different course. However, you do have to do the same exact thing where it says take a moment to create your account, but if you already have an account, you already log in right there. So let me do this. I set up a thing, so I'm going to do Mr. C sample email at gmail.com, and let's just see if this works, right? Great, I put in a fake email account, and right here, look it says, once you plug that in, it says the temporary access for your course will expire on February 19th. So you have 2 weeks trial. Now that should be there, right? If it's not there for you, it should be, because I checked it all online. It should be there. If it's not there after this live stream, you could screenshot me. Okay, just kidding. I was going through the other link you provided. Thank you. You're playing jokes on me, Brianna, but that's okay. Yeah, so it should be there. So everybody should have temporary access for the course until February 19th of 2018. So let's say you already bought your book and you want to put in the access code. Great. Once you purchase your book, and let me put this on camera so that you can see. Once you purchase your book, what's going to happen is this. Once you purchase your book, they are going to send you a confirmation email right away. They're going to send it right to your inbox that you registered with. In that confirmation email will be your access code. Your access code doesn't get mailed to you. It's instant access. We're in the 21st century. Email gets provided right away. So if you purchase your book, and when you purchase your book, moment you purchase your book, there'll be a confirmation email sitting in your inbox. Have your access code with you, right? Until then, until February 19th, you technically have a free access until February 19th. So if you don't want to purchase your book until later on, that's fine. Use the temporary access, right? So that means there's no excuses when, oh my gosh, I didn't have a book ready. You have 2 weeks to get that book, right? You have free access all the way until then. So if we look here, you can either enter your access code. All you got to do is go to that email, copy and paste it once you purchase the book. But until then, just say I'll pay later. Just say I'll pay later and then continue the course. And then you have to scroll through all this, and this is only one. Oh, sorry, let me go back to the camera. So you have this, pay online, submit the access code, continue the course. You'll say, I'll continue to my course. An error has occurred. Oh my gosh. Let me start over because I pressed the back to get back to you guys. Okay, so this is what will happen. Continue to my course. I'll pay later. So once you do that, it'll give you this. This will only happen one time. Only one time. You just scroll down and you press accept. And it'll say, you're entering your book, right? So you enter the course and it gives you a bunch of little stuff, right? It gives you a bunch of little stuff here. However, you can see some assignments are locked. All the assignments that are locked, all the assignments are locked. But if you go right here, you'll see your midterm and your final exam. Those will be available on certain dates. Part 1, Foundations of Financial Planning. We could open that up. Chapter 1 you could open up. And you can see that's due. Assignment number 1 is due on that time, right? So there are assignments here, but you see they're due February 18th. So I kind of open it up a little bit earlier for you. But there's practice problems, there's video review, here's the chapter, and there's 10 activity, but you can see practice, that means it's ungraded. So I would suggest you practice problems, right? Do the practice problems. Assignment, chapter 1, go through there. Branching problem, chapter 1, you go through there. If you look at, whenever you see this reading icon, that means it's reading, that means it's homework. But all your stuff, and what's great about this is that all your stuff is accessed through here. Right, all your stuff is accessed through here. You never have to go and type in this this URL to get to here. You only have to go to either you want to go to the complete Mindtap homepage, or when you get to week 1 or week 2, I mean chapter 1, you could just click right there on the chapter, and it's going to take you right here. It'll take you right to the book. You don't even have to go to the big thing. You can just go right to the book. And what's great about the ebook is that, see this, you have, like, you can enlarge the text, you could bookmark certain pages, you could print the page. If you like handheld stuff, you could actually print the book until your book gets here. You could get help questions. If you want to go to certain sections, you just click on the certain section and you could just read it right there. You could do a highlighting tool, all these different types of things for the chapter contents. You got access to it, right? So a lot of this stuff is pretty self-explanatory, but you'll just go to the assignments and you'll just click on them and do them. And what's great about it is that, like, for the assignments, you can see here when we go back to the assignments, let me go back to the assignments real quick. You'll see branching exercise. You have 10 attempts remaining, right? Assignment number 1. When you click on assignment 1, it's due February 18th, and you have 3 attempts to do all the work, right? You have 3 attempts. So you do it the first time, hey, I didn't do that well, go back and do it again. It's going to give you the same type of problems, not the same questions and stuff like that, but it'll be the same questions with different numbers put in and different terminology. However, during the assignment, you could go back to the textbook and look at certain things, and you could do that. And when you're done, you're done. Grade the assignment now. And I keep the highest score, so it doesn't matter. I would do all 3. Right? And you could start it and you could stop it at any time. But if you start it and you don't finish it by the time the due date is, it's going to score whatever your highest score is between once 11:59 on Sunday hits. So yeah. So that's that. And that's the same exact thing with the branching problems and with the chapter assignments. So the chapter assignments are going to be a little bit more in-depth. They're going to test you on vocab. They're going to test you on concepts and terminology and actual word problems. The branching problems are a little different. Branching problems will actually, it's set up to where, hey, you choose which scenario best describes you, and then based off of that scenario, the problems will differ depending on which pathway you chose, which branch you chose from the tree. So it's a good, quick little thing. Those things are super easy. Those are easy 10 points. So people always ask, do you offer extra credit? Most likely I don't offer extra credit because doing the chapter discussion and then doing the branching problems, that's like an easy 16 points each week. That's gimme money, right there. That's points right there. So The assignments, that's where it's a little bit more difficult. The test, that's where it's a little bit more difficult. But everything leads up to it, right? Everything builds upon each other. And so setting up the Mindtap, setting up all that stuff isn't too hard. You just saw me do it. I don't even probably need that setting up the Mindtap page, because it's so easy. All you got to do is just click on any one of these links, whether it's the textbook complete Mindtap homepage, or when these unlock your actual branching problem, just click on any assignment. If you haven't logged in, it's going to ask you those same steps that we went over earlier this time. So all that's there. You can see all work is due on Sunday by 11:59 p.m. each week. So each week it's there. And what's great about this is that your homework and your branching, they automatically get graded. So the only thing that's outstanding is your discussion. I grade those manually, and I look at those throughout the week. So when you're looking for your grade by Monday, I usually grade all the discussion boards the Monday after that Sunday, so you'll have all your points updated. You have your points updated in the class, and they're good. So, any questions? Any questions now that we are through the course? I kind of went through it at an accelerated rate, but I think some of you have already started, so I think it's pretty much good. But if you do have any other questions, Instructor A. Morgan joined the party, right? If you haven't taken, okay, so Instructor A. Morgan with his little thumbs up right there in the comment section. If you haven't taken Instructor A. Morgan, you are missing out on a great wealth of knowledge. He's a YouTube sensation. He's got his videos going viral, 60,000 hits on his Word and APA formatting. He teaches in the COS department. So if you haven't taken Adam Morgan yet, I instruct you to do it. Hey man, you brought it on yourself, man. You gave me the thumbs up emoji. I gotta plug you right now. So if you haven't taken Adam Morgan, take Adam Morgan. You won't regret it, right? You won't regret it. And it's stuff out there. So but thanks for crashing the party. I appreciate it. But yeah, so if there's any other questions, please chat them in. And before we go, I don't want to go too much longer. It's a 30-minute YouTube video, which means nobody would read it nobody would watch this in the real world. But if there's any other questions, please chat them in within the next minute or so. Otherwise, we're gonna close this up. And if the class wants me to do more of these, by all means, email me, say, hey, you know what? I really like that. Maybe a midterm review, maybe something, I want to keep this as an ongoing communication, right? I know we do our discussion boards, but online classes are a little differently. Most of you are just ready to go and do your work. And the online student is a little bit different than the in-class student. You may have your own life going on, and not saying that in-class people don't have a life going on, but you have financial goals, you have educational goals that you just want to hit and achieve, and it may just be more work rather than class. However, if you want to make it that experience where I make YouTube videos for you, or if we do a live stream here and there, by all means, please do it. And if my YouTube live stream on Monday is sufficient, hey, we'll keep that going as well. So, any other questions? Okay, thank you for everything. Great, Brianna, especially taxes, because I haven't filed just yet. Okay, so let me talk about the tax situation before we move on. Is that the textbook, and it sucks, because this is what happens when you teach a class like personal finance or social media that I teach as well. The book's wrong on taxes now, because the tax code changed over the winter break, right? Right before the new year. The Congress passed an overhaul of the tax code system, right? However, no idea how to fill out my tax forms. However, the tax codes are different, so I probably will do a YouTube video on that. I probably will do changes and benefits and stuff. However, the homework, we're gonna still keep it the same homework. I gotta edit up assignment number 3 to make sure that I won't be testing you on the tax rates and stuff. I just got to go through that within the next couple weeks. However, it's going to benefit you most likely. However, it's going to benefit you most likely. If you haven't seen, I mean, besides today, the financial markets collapsed horribly today. It was like the biggest drop-off in the history of the Dow Jones within the last two trading days. However, most of that's because we found out that the wages are increasing, right? And it kind of sucks because the Dow goes down when wages increase because more people are getting paid, which means the bottom line of companies kind of go down, and that's what stock prices are dependent on. However, that means wages are going up. That means you're getting paid more, right? And so the taxes, if you haven't seen on your paychecks, if some of you work out there, go check out your paycheck and compare it to last January and last February, because most workers out there got a huge tax relief, right? And so I don't know if you've been keeping up with the news. Bonuses are going out to companies right there. Over 2 million Americans, 2.5 million Americans are getting bonuses. Companies are announcing left and right that they're investing more in America. They're investing more in the worker and hiring. I just this past week alone, last week, I had 7 companies come up and personally ask me, send me emails, call me, spoke to me at conferences when I went to a conference last week saying, hey, we need people to do social media. We'll do paid internships for social media. And so if you want to, and I'll plug my social media class, because as a personal finance instructor, the best way to make more money is to get a job. The best way to get a job is to look at which educational careers offer that path to get better money. And I'll tell you, out of all the classes that I teach, my introduction to business, my personal finance, social media, the one that's leading to the most job creation is social media. Every semester we have 2 or 3 people either get internships, job opportunities, all because of social media. So if you're in my online class right now and you want to join a social media class, today was the first day. However, I teach it on Wednesday night at PCC. I teach it Monday, Wednesday during the day, and I have an online version. So if you want to take an online class, just email me. I'll give you a permission number and we'll get you logged in there. But I'm telling you, it's a really, really, really good skill to have, because that's what companies are asking. Jobs are being hired. Companies are hiring right now. However, you need to have the right skill set that the company is looking for, and most likely you could do a great benefit to your to your job seeking career by picking up a skill like social media. But that's just that. But yeah, taxes, we'll definitely do that. I'll probably do a YouTube video on taxes and say what's changed and everything like that. And I think you'd be pleasantly surprised. We also have a tax class, right? And let me try to pull that up to show you. Hold on for just 1 second. Put me on the spot here. All right, let me show you right here. I got this right here. If you are looking to get more in depth with taxes, because remember this class, Gary, why is everybody crashing my YouTube live stream? Gary James Gunderson, he actually took the last comment. He took the personal finance class and my social media class, so he's really an advocate of he could really tell you all about the class sessions and stuff like that, because this class will definitely help you out. But look at right here. It says Accounting 205, Fundamentals of Tax. So students will learn to prepare federal income tax returns for individuals. This course emphasizes the practical use of tax forms and supporting schedules, and also reflects the most recent changes in the Internal Revenue Code. So if you are looking for a class specifically for taxes, I suggest you take that, because number one, here's the reason why. We're gonna get this passed through in the next couple weeks. Starting in fall 2018, you get a certificate in personal financial management, which means if you take my class, this GBUS 10 class, which you're already enrolled in, plus the Accounting 205, on top of you take an Excel class, COSA 15 in the COS department, you will actually get your general financial management certificate. And with that certificate, you could put that on your resume. You could show employers that, hey, I know all about personal finance. I know personal finance, I know tax planning, and I know how to do it on Excel. And I guarantee you pick up that certificate, the rest of your life, you will be able to prepare yourself financially and probably never go broke, right? And probably never go broke. So I highly suggest that. I highly suggest that. So before we move on, any questions before we get out of here? I got another class coming in at 7 o'clock in about 15 minutes. But any other questions before we go? All right. So if you do have any questions, please shoot me an email. And if it's a large enough question, I'll put it as an announcement and answer the questions. But hopefully this was beneficial to you. If you want to do more of these, let me know. But yeah. So with that, I want you all to have a great night. Get started. Oh, let me show you your first assignment. I am so sorry. My gosh. So your first assignment, introduction discussion. Hello all, welcome to GBUS 10. My name is Mr. Carbonaro. We'll learn about a multitude of tactics in order. So first things first, I need you to do it. So cap lock. So February 11th, all you need to do is this. Respond to this message with a brief intro of yourself, your name, your educational background, where you are from. Give one interesting fact about you and what you hope to accomplish for this course, right? One interesting fact about you and what you hope to accomplish for this course. Once you put a reply, you'll see the other students' responses, right? I want to know who each person in this class is. We've already had 9 student responses, so that's awesome. You're already done for the week if you answer that, right? That's the only thing to do this week. I want you to get your house in order. I want you to get everything set up, ready to go. You could get ahead. You could start reading chapter 1. You could start reading chapter 2. Get ahead because this class does go by fast. So that. When does business club start? Thank you, General Disarray 666. When does business club start? That's a good question. Probably in a couple weeks. Probably our first event's going to be join a club day, and then we'll do stuff after that. But as far as the business club itself, we'll keep you posted. Right now, during the first 2 weeks, we don't really do anything because people are still adding and dropping classes. But good question. And if you have questions on business club, I am an advisor to business club along with my office mate right behind me, Sandra O'Toole, Dr. O'Toole. We're both business club advisors, so my office is really like the business club office. So if you do have any questions regarding business club, let me know. But if there's no other questions for this class, I wish you a very good night. Get that introduction discussion in, turn it in, get it done. Maybe you just do it right now. And yeah, so if there's any other questions, shoot me an email, tweet me, leave me a comment on my YouTube page, but send me an email. That's the best response. Other than that, have a great day, great night, and I will see you online.